was a child and given to daydreaming, I had many visions of myself as a grown-up. One of these visions was of myself miles in the air, while below everyone went. In another of my daydreams, I was the happy mother of 4 boys and 4 girls, all of them exactly 4 years old. As I grew older, I saw myself in a dream ballroom, waltzing with the crown prince of a foreign kingdom. His heart was breaking because I'd refused to marry him. It was out of the question. I'd already promised to marry the junior senator from my home state. There were other daydreams. Always, I was glamorous, heroic, and beloved. But dreams have a way of ending quite suddenly. You can wake up and find yourself, as I did that day in September, starting life over again, on my way to a place I'd never been, to do something I'd never dreamed of doing, and trying not to show how scared I was.
Hi.
Oh, hello there.
Hello. That's where I'm going.
I beg your pardon?
There, look. The Oaks. That's my school.
Well, come and sit here, won't you?
Thank you.
What's your name?
Kevin. Kevin Ellison Clark. The 3rd. My father's the 2nd. What's yours?
Jan Stewart, the 1st.
Pleased to meet you.
Thank you. Are you traveling alone?
Uh-huh. Are you?
Yes, but you're younger than I am.
I'm 10 and 10/12. My mother never goes anywhere alone. She takes my dad with her.
Do you like your school, Kevin?
No.
Oh?
I guess it's okay.
Well, what don't you like about it? The teachers?
They're a bunch of jerks. A couple are okay. They're pretty good guys, a couple of them.
Guys. Have you never had a woman teacher?
A woman? That'd be horrible. Woman teachers are creeps. Are you somebody's mother or what?
I'm a creep. The school catalogue spoke of ideal natural surroundings, combined with unique instructional and recreational facilities. Still, I wasn't quite prepared for what I saw.
It's a parents' tea.
What?
Dr. Barrett wants you to help.
Oh,
These are 3 of your boys. Boys, this is your new teacher.
well, how do you do?
You go right on in. I'll take your things over to your quarters.
Oh, all right. Thank you very much. Thanks. Well, be seeing you, I expect.
A woman teacher? What do you know?
Where will I find Dr. Barrett? Could you tell me, please?
In the study, ma'am.
Thank you.
May I remind you, Hargreave, it was your suggestion that a woman teacher be engaged.
A qualified woman teacher.
My dear fellow, I've already told you she comes to us highly recommended.
By her friends, the Kensington Matthews.
Mr. Hargrave, if you find Miss Stewart's work unsatisfactory, that is one thing. But I object to your habit of prejudging. Oh, well, hello. Won't you come in? How nice to see you. Welcome to the halls of Academ.
Thank you, Dr. Barrett.
I want you to meet Mr. Hargrave, who is in charge of the lower school. Mr. Hargrave, Miss Stewart.
How do you do, Miss Stewart?
How do you do?
I must tell you that our Mr. Hargrave is inclined to be somewhat vigorous in his expression of opinion.
I noticed.
Well, I know you and Miss Stewart have things to discuss. I'll see you later. Nice to meet you.
Won't you sit down, Miss Stewart?
Thank you.
Mr. Hargrave is a remarkable teacher. Oh, we may have our little differences, but only on matters of policy.
I take it I'm a matter of policy.
I'm sure I can rely on you to win Mr. Hargrave over to our point of view.
I hope you're right. It means a great deal to me to be here.
I know. The Kensington Matthews told me of your circumstances. Incidentally, I think it wiser not to mention that you have never done work of this kind.
Oh?
Oh, well, why make an issue of it? You'll learn as you go along. Oh, one thing more. I've let it be known that you are Miss Stewart.
Pardon me, sir. You said to tell you when Mrs. Carlin and her son arrived.
Oh, yes. I'll be right there. Mrs. Carlin is one of our most school-conscious parents. We are indebted to her for our new swimming pool. Well, now, these cards list the special problems of each of your 12 boys. Study them carefully. Here at the Oaks, we believe that discipline is the foundation of character. Here are the school rules. You will enforce them firmly, but fairly. Now then, I want you to meet the parents and some of your boys.
During tea, Dr. Barrett introduced me to the Kirklands who'd given a dormitory, the Marlowes who'd given the stables for the horses, and the Elliots who'd given the horses. I even met a few parents who'd given nothing. After that, Dr. Barrett conducted me to assembly.
As you may have observed by now, we have added to our distinguished faculty, for the first time, a member of the opposite sex. A most charming member, Miss Jan Stewart. And now, we shall all rise and sing the school anthem.
That evening, armed with Dr. Barrett's cards, I made the acquaintance of my 12. Here, let's see now. Oh, yes, you're Tim Johnson, aren't you? I see you expect to be a band leader.
Oh, I sure do.
Well, that's good. All right, Tim, that's enough practice for tonight now. Very well, boys. No more noise. Let's have it quiet. Into bed with you, all of you. All right, you too. Come along now. Do you wear that all the time?
Oh, sure.
That's right, Jimmy. Settle down now. Homer Curtis. Homer Curtis. Place of birth, London, England. Highest IQ in school. Poor in athletics. Tends to deprecate faculty. Correct this. Michael Elliot. Somewhat domineering. Correct this. Family gave horses. James Tracy Travers. Average student. Table manners and language crude. Inclined to make trouble. Correct this. All right now, boys. I think you all know the rules, don't you? No more talking after lights out.
Where's my comic book?
Break it up here. Now, that's their book. Come along now. No playing either. I don't want to hear another single sound out of any of you. Now, lights out. I said lights out. Quiet, everybody. Now, you're all to go to sleep right away. Do you understand? Very well, then. Good night.
Night. Good night, sir. I told you she was a creep. All women
Come in.
Excuse me, sir.
Well?
The thing come out of my pajamas.
What?
I was just lying there in bed, and all of a sudden it came out.
All by itself?
I guess so. I was trying to go to sleep, and then I noticed this. Sir! Sir! There's something in my bed, sir!
In your bed?
It's alive, sir! It's horrible! It's all squirmy and wriggly. It crawled around my
Just
feet.
a minute. Just a minute. There's nothing in your bed, Jimmy. You know it, and I know it, too. As for you, Michael, get another pair of pajamas. Don't let that happen again. Now, trot right back upstairs. Stay there till I call you in the morning. Get going. So, I'd met my first crisis. Fairly, but firmly, as recommended by Dr. Barrett. Well, what do you want?
Oh, I have a stomachache. Oh, man, it just gruesome, sir.
Do you feel sick?
It just hurts.
Well, where does it hurt? Up and down here? On the right side?
My appendix? Oh, no, sir. It kind of hurts all over.
Oh.
Everywhere, all at once.
Mm-hmm.
You know how it is.
Yes, I think maybe I do. Let me see your tongue. Well, I think maybe we have a remedy for that.
Maybe if you gave me a glass of water or something, that would make it feel much
For a
better.
gruesome stomachache, let me see what we have now.
Are you going to give me medicine, sir?
Castor oil,
Oh, no, that'd kill me.
or a milk of magnesia, maybe.
I don't need anything.
Or a calcium carbonate.
My stomach's feeling better. Lots better. Honest, sir, it's okay.
Bobby! Whose idea was it to come down here?
Mine, sir. I had a stomachache.
Yet you didn't want any medicine. What did you want?
Well, I guess I just wanted, I don't know, nothing.
Well, then, in that case, I think you better get back to bed, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Now get to sleep right away.
Yes, sir.
No talking with the other boys.
Thought I'd drop around a minute if it's all right.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you.
You know,
would
it's funny how many assorted aches there are the first day of school.
Yeah.
Never met a boy yet who'd admit it was just homesickness.
Homesickness? Oh. Oh. You mean he wasn't just faking?
Not Bobby. Most boys miss their parents. Trouble with Bobby is his parents don't miss him.
Oh, I see. I was just going to have some coffee. Will you have some with me?
Thanks.
Oh, it seems the boys insist on calling me sir. Well, I suppose that'll change with time.
Or else you'll get used to it.
Oh, the coffee. Oh, goodness. Oh, most of it's gone, I'm afraid.
Never mind. I don't want any. You go ahead.
Oh, all right.
You like your living quarters? Think you'll be comfortable here?
Well, frankly, I hadn't expected such a big sitting room and a piano all to myself.
Hate to disillusion you, but this is the common room. The boys share it with you. All 12 of them. Piano's for them to practice on. I see you got Barrett's card.
Yes, they'll be very helpful.
Do me a favor. Just play it by ear for a while. You can't tabulate boys like cans of beans. Especially these boys. Most of them are here because their parents can't be bothered with them. They couldn't be more abandoned if they'd been left in a basket on the doorstep. Naturally, that complicates your problems as a teacher. There's a popular notion that people who can't do anything else go in for teaching. What made you become a teacher?
Let's not play cat and mouse, Mr. Hargrave. In my last year at college, I was an assistant instructor. That's years ago, and I've never done any teaching since.
Did the Kensington Matthews know that when they recommended you?
I'm not in the habit of telling lies. I was hired on a trial basis for the period of 1 year.
Or until something better comes along for you. Is that it, Miss Stewart?
I'm not Miss Stewart. I'm Mrs. Stewart. And if you want my entire life history, my husband died a few months ago, and when he died, he and I were separated.
Now, wait a minute. I'm not trying to get your life history.
And I'm not trying to get your sympathy. It means a great deal to me to do a good job here. I haven't done very much with my life up to now. Hello? This is Miss Stewart. Miss Dunning? Oh, Miss Dunning. Yes, he's here.
Hello. I was going to call you. I didn't get a chance. No, Barbara, I can't. I told you this afternoon. First day of school. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow night.
Well, Mr. Hargrave, where do we stand?
To be a teacher, you need ability, experience, and devotion. I'll be all the help I can. The rest is up to you.
I'll do my best.
This isn't the best school in the world, but it's by no means the worst, and it can be made better. Well, good night.
Good night. A man of vigorous opinions. I saw what Dr. Barrett meant about Joe Hargrave. Next morning, my education continued.
Apollo followed her with the swiftness of light. Suddenly she stumbled and fell. She lay there all bedraggled.
What?
Bedraggled.
Quiet, everybody. B-E-D-R-A-G-G-L-E-D spells bedraggled, Bobby.
Suddenly she stumbled and fell. She lay there all bedraggled. And according to legend...
All right, quiet. The word is legend. Do you know what a legend is, Bobby?
It's, well, let's see. I know what it is, sir, but, I know.
Well, Homer?
Medusa. She had snakes on her head instead of hair. Anybody that looked at her got turned to stone.
Well, that's right, Homer. Very good. Yes, Jeff?
Do you like snakes, sir?
Well, not especially. Now, let's get on.
There's lots of snakes around here, sir. Garter snakes, gopher snakes, rattlesnakes. They have a rattle on their tail and 2 long teeth. I forget what you call them.
Fangs.
You're welcome!
Boys, quiet, please. Boys, quiet. Everybody, quiet. Boys, that's enough now. Hold it down. Settle down, everybody. Oh,
Is everything all right, Miss Stewart?
oh, yes, thank you, Dr. Barrett. We were just indulging in a rather silly little joke. I'm afraid it got a trifle out of hand.
Well, no harm in a little fun now and then. They're always exuberant the first few days. During play period, they'll work off some of their animal spirits. Well, carry on.
Kevin, stop clowning now. Get back to your seat.
I'm not clowning, sir.
Kevin, come here.
Yes, sir.
Write these words on the board. I must not be a clown in class. Well, write them. We are here to work, not to play games and make ridiculous jokes. I'm here to teach you, and you're here to learn. And so I want you all... Kevin, go back to your desk and write, I must not be a clown in class 100 times.
Hey, that's not fair, sir. He wasn't doing anything. Come on, sir, be a good guy. Hey, robbery.
500 times.
500? That'll take forever.
That's all right with me. Get to work and number every one. And if there's any more disturbance, the entire class will get the same punishment.
That's the bell, sir.
I heard the bell, thank you. Class dismissed. Not you.
Ah, gee, sir. We have horseback riding this afternoon.
Not you. Go back to your desk.
Oh, what a jip. Sir,
Yes?
you ought to see the new saddle my pop bought me. It's got flowers and butterflies carved all over it. I haven't had a chance to try it yet.
You're not going riding, Kevin. You're going to do those lines if it takes all day and half the night. Come in. Oh,
Guess where I found this young fellow, hiding behind the gym.
why, Ellen, you're supposed to be in riding class, aren't you? Thank you, Mr. Munsey.
Right.
Thank you. What is it, Ellen?
I don't care too much for horses. I like them, but I don't like to ride them.
Oh, you'll soon get over that. Why, all boys like to ride horseback.
Not me. Honest, I don't want to. I'm scared.
Oh, come on. What nonsense. I'll be back.
I'm scared.
Of course you're scared. Everybody's scared the first time. Now look, there's a rope on your horse. I'll hold the other end and we'll walk. Slow and easy. That's how I learned to ride. Want to try it?
Well, all right, sir.
Head up, boy.
Well, here we go.
Good going. Put your foot in the stirrup. Here, hold the reins tight. There. All right, boys, start off on your own. Go ahead. Hey, no galloping. Hold it down to a trot. Where's Kevin?
Oh, he's being punished for misbehaving in class.
This is a class, too, you know.
Well, if you like, I'll send him out.
No, you set the punishment. You'll have to go through with it. Come on, boy.
$263, sir. That's for the mail, sir. I'm kind of expecting a letter. Can I go?
May I go?
Yeah, may I go? I did 263 and a half.
All right, you may go. But I want you back here in 10 minutes.
Yes, sir. I'll just take this. You sure there isn't something for me from Europe?
Sorry, Bob, not a thing.
Oh, well, I just wondered.
Good afternoon.
Oh, hello.
How many more do you have to do? She's sticking to 500. It's unconstitutional.
All right, Kevin, go along now.
Yes, sir. 352, sir.
Hiya, fellas.
Hi, Mr.
That'll do, Jeff. That'll do.
I just finished the duty schedules. Here's yours.
Thank you.
Well, Alan, playing checkers standing up, huh? How's the backside?
Well, it's okay, sir.
Got the makings of a great cowhand, this fella. Maestro, how's it going?
Not so good, sir.
Ah, it's not that bad.
353, sir. My hand gets tired. That's why it looks so sloppy.
How many more do you have to do?
I gotta do 500 if it takes all day and half the night.
I'm only guessing, of course, but I don't think they've used that form of punishment since the middle of the Dark Ages. Good night.
Good night, sir. Good night, sir.
Very well, Jeff. That's enough for tonight.
Thank you, sir.
Now then, it's almost 8 o'clock. Up to bed, all of you. Come along now. Hurry up. No more playing. Just leave everything. Come along. Come on, Homer. I'll be up later. Just leave it now. Go along. Hurry up. Kevin.
357.
All right, that'll do, Kevin.
But I didn't finish, sir.
I know, but that's enough. Here's your tie now. Hurry along upstairs.
Honest, sir?
Yes. Get right to bed. Try to get to sleep right. Here's your jacket now. Kevin.
Huh?
Never mind. Just go to bed.
Thank you, sir.
Boys, I feel we owe it to each other to... Oh, that's not good. I hope, boys, that in the future we can avoid further unpleasantness and work together in a more friendly way. Teachers can make mistakes too, you know. I like you all, every one of you, very much. And I want you to like me. In the next few days, I sought and received some expert advice.
So keep one step ahead of them. If they ask you questions you can't answer, refer them to the encyclopedia. That will add to their knowledge and yours.
Give them plenty of rugged outdoor exercise. Plenty of pep and vinegar.
Vinegar?
To instill in them a respect for authority, but authority tempered with justice. You will find these works to contain excellent guidance.
And I spent more hours doing more homework than the rest of the school put together.
Why don't you go to sleep, huh? Hey, maybe he's hungry. Maybe he's thirsty. Animals are 94% water, including humans. Let me hold him. Huh, Kevin? Just for a sec. Well, all right. I'm gonna get some crackers. What's the matter, Pup? Miss your mother? Here, Pup, it's peanut butter. Coconut with almonds. Want some jelly beans? Here's your water, Pup. Hey, fellas, here comes Stew Pot.
Well, what's the matter, boys? Didn't you get enough supper?
I was thirsty, sir. Humans are 94% water. If you drained all the water from the human body and put it in a pan...
Undoubtedly, Homer, but excuse me. Right, boys. Well, where did this come from? It didn't just grow here. All right, I'll ask you once more. Where did it come from? Well?
Mr. Hargrave. One of his dogs had 5 of them, sir. Real beaut.
Did Mr. Hargrave give him to you?
We sort of borrowed him to play with.
But I hardly think a bureau drawer is the ideal place for him to sleep. I have a hat box in my room, and an extra blanket. Homer, you get a pan now and see that he has plenty of water. Here, Kevin.
You mean we can keep him, sir?
Well, I don't see why not.
Yeah, but he belongs to Mr. Hargrave.
Well, I'll talk to Mr. Hargrave right away.
Gee, that'd be key. Yes. Well, what do you know? You know what I think? I think she's gone off her trolley. Yeah.
You know, I'm not accustomed to bringing my dates home at 10:30.
That's what comes with associating with oil men and cattle barons.
Never mind my associate. How about Sunday? We going to the lake?
Give it some thought and let you know.
It'll be nice to hear from you for a change. A little reciprocity would be good for my morale.
Good night, Barbara.
Hey, Joe. Try missing me once in a while, will you?
I'll put my mind to it.
I'm awfully sorry to bother you. I just came over because I had something to talk to you about. But if this isn't the right moment...
No bother at all. Glad to see you. Come in.
Thank you.
Well,
what?
I'm a little, careless about my housekeeping.
Oh.
Would you like a drink? A cup of coffee?
No, thank you, nothing.
Here. Sit down. Now, what's your problem?
Well, if you find yourself short one puppy, please don't report him to the Missing Persons Bureau. We sort of borrowed him, but we'd like to keep him.
In the dormitory?
Yes, and I thought if you give us some instructions about feeding him, how much and how...
Sorry, it can't be done. No dogs in the dormitory.
But I promised them.
Well, explain to them. They're not morons. They'll understand.
I doubt very much if they'll understand. As a matter of fact, I don't understand. If I'm not mistaken, it was you who told me to play it by ear.
Well, you've got to use a little judgment. You want the boys to like you? Fine. But you can't do it with bribery.
Bribery?
Well, spoiling them is no better than cracking the whip.
In other words, everything I do is wrong. If it's not too much to ask, what would you recommend, Mr. Hargrave?
I'd have them build a kennel for the dog in the stable where he belongs. I'd tell them it's their dog, their responsibility. That's offering them reality instead of nonsense.
Nonsense. I see. You've really made your mind up about me, haven't you? There's no use in my trying. I'll give Dr. Barrett my resignation in the morning.
Now, wait a minute, Miss Stewart.
Good night, Mr. Hargrave.
Hargrave may be in charge of the lower school, but I am still headmaster. If that is clearly understood, with your permission, I'm going to tear up this letter.
No, keep it, please. If Mr. Hargrave wants me to leave...
There are a number of subjects on which Mr. Hargrave and I do not entirely agree. It seems that you are one of them.
Well, where are we going, Kevin? You're supposed to be in shop.
Yeah, but we got something to show you. Come on. Look at, see? Isn't that wizard? Do you like it, Buster?
I should say so.
Note the flat roof, modern architecture.
Yeah. It was real swell of you, sir, getting Mr. Hargrave to let us keep the dog.
Oh, yes. Well, that's fine.
Well, let's finish it up, huh, fellas? Miss Stewart. How did you make out with Dr. Barrett? Did he change your mind about quitting?
I'm going to stay for the time being.
Good. You've got a lot to learn. But who hasn't? Boys!
Sir, there goes Old Faithful again.
Oh, goodness.
Want to hear it? Yeah, sure. I feed your turtle every day. He's lazy just like you. Do not ever get sick. I was. Love, Nancy. Look how she draws a turtle.
Well, what have you got there?
Moths. We're breeding them. This is Mr. Beaslebottom, Mrs. Beaslebottom. Here's Harry Beaslebottom on the top.
The species is known as Tinea peleonella.
Who cares? When we get 500 of them, we're going to let them loose in Dr. Barrett's closet. Yeah.
Really? What for?
To eat up his clothes. Good joke, huh?
Well, it's a wonderful joke, but of course, you know, afterwards you might have to pay for the clothes.
Yeah, it could be expensive, couldn't it?
And besides, you might even scare Dr. Barrett to death. You know, finding a flock of moths in your closet can be almost as startling as a frog in the bed. I think the best thing to do is take them outside now and just let them all go.
Oh, gee. Sure is tough having to play around here. That always deserves it.
Hello? Yes? Oh, transatlantic. Paris? Mr. Robert Lennox. Bobby.
Hello? Hi, Mother. Yeah, it's me. It's okay. About the same as last year. I'm okay. Only I don't seem to get letters the way the other guys do. The Riviera? Where's that? Oh. Not even for Christmas? Gee. Couldn't you and Dad maybe... No. I won't open them till Christmas. Okay. Goodbye, Mom. Goodbye.
All right, boys, it's 8 o'clock. Upstairs, everybody. Come along, Tim.
Gee whiz, I was winning.
Well, you can continue tomorrow night. Hurry up now. Up you go. Tomorrow's a big day. Bobby? Never mind, Bobby. Why, between now and Christmas, they may change their plans.
No, they won't. They never do.
Well, you better run along with the other boys now. I'll be up and see you in a few minutes, hmm?
Sir?
Yes?
I got a stomachache.
Oh, does it hurt bad?
Yes, sir. It's just gruesome.
Well, now, I think we can do something about that. You come here and lie down now. That's right. Now, this will only take a minute.
You're not going to give me castor oil, sir.
No, not castor oil.
Milky magnesia? That makes it hurt worse.
I had something else in mind.
That fizzly stuff?
No, this is something quite different and very much better for you.
Oh.
You know what I think gave you a stomachache? The way you were galloping that horse this afternoon. I think you may have strained some muscles.
Did you see me?
Did I see you? I never saw a boy ride so well.
I sure streaked in, didn't I? Nobody else could keep up with me, except Mr. Hargrave.
Made me proud, Bobby, just watching you. But you scared me, though.
I did? Did I really?
You sure did. If anything would have happened to you, an accident or something like that, well, I just don't know what I'd do.
Like if I fell and got trampled by my horse?
Oh, Bobby, don't say that.
And all the other horses ran right over me, crunching my bones.
Oh, stop, Bobby.
And I'd be all bloody and dead?
If you say another word, I'll faint.
I'll bet Mom would sure cry if I got killed.
Here, Bobby. Hot chocolate. Very soothing to the stomach.
Huh?
Don't you like it?
Oh, yeah, sure. It's my favorite drink, just about.
Good.
Man, you sure know how to make it.
Feeling better?
Yeah. I didn't know it was smoothing to the stomach.
My
mom made hot chocolate for me once.
Once? She did?
I had a bad cold. She made it herself and brought it up to my bedroom. Oh, it wasn't any better than yours, though.
Well, thank you.
Sir, did you ever think about getting married?
Well, yes, I did. Once.
When I'm big and get married and have children, I'm gonna stay with them all the time. Until they're real old. Maybe 30 or 40.
I think that's a very good idea.
Especially at Christmas.
It was at Christmas that I began to change my mind about Mr. Hargrave. For the boys who had to stay at the Oaks over the holidays, Joe Hargrave saw to it that the season was properly celebrated, Western style.
On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 5 golden rings.
4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 6th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings. 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 7 swans a swimming,
6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings. 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 8 maids a milking,
7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings. 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
The Courte de Virgilia, second watch.
Angle 2 equals angle C, alternate interior angle.
The rays will be back twice, you see. Once on entering the land, again on leaving. You'll notice they come to a point right here.
That's the old Pep and Jenniger, boys, but look, keep your left up in his face.
1, slide step together, slide step together. Empty red, don't want to eat, don't want to eat. 1, 1, slide step together, slide step together. Now, line up again, boys. Come on, in line. This may surprise some of you, but dancing is not a form of torture. When you start going to parties, you'll realize that dancing is really very... Yes, Homer?
Dancing's fine when we reach the mating age.
I beg your pardon?
Dancing started as a tribal custom related to courtship. If we could just wait till we're...
All right, Homer, that'll do. Just start the record again, will you? Boys, now we'll start it again, and this time try and get into the real spirit of the thing, All right, now, left foot ready, everybody. Left foot forward. And when I have counted 3, then we'll start. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. 2, 3, No, Alan, that's the wrong foot.
Say, Miss Stewart, why don't you and I give the fellas a demonstration?
Yeah, come on.
All right.
Right.
1, 2, 3.
We're just giving the boys a little demonstration.
So I see. You make a very handsome couple.
There's a plane landing on the football field.
Come along, Hargrave, it's the Olivers. Be in my office in 10 minutes. Want you to meet Oliver and his son. You too.
Who are the Olivers?
Don't you know Mr. Oliver? Of the Houston Olivers? Of the oil, airline, and shipping Olivers? This ought to be good for a new dormitory, at least.
It is no great problem. Don't give it a thought, Mr. Oliver. Our system is to study each new boy to determine his abilities and his needs.
There's no reason he can't make a good showing. He's healthy, his eyesight and hearing are perfect, intelligence well above average. Yet look at those records, those letters from his teachers.
Report cards and letters don't tell us very much. Have you ever tried to figure out what's wrong?
When I have a business problem I can't solve, I hire experts to analyze it. I assume you're experts.
Oh, absolutely, quite right. That is the principle on which the Oaks is based.
What about his home life?
Home life?
Yes, is he happy when he's at home? How does he get along with you and Mrs. Oliver?
Unfortunately, Mrs. Oliver...
My wife died when Dick was a year old.
My business keeps me away from home 3 weeks out of 4.
We understand your situation, Mr. Oliver. Now, I know you are anxious to get away.
You haven't answered Miss Stewart's question. We'd like to know more about the boy's background.
I wish I had more time.
So do I.
I still have a few matters to discuss with Mr. Oliver. Oh, Miss Stewart, young Richard is in the sitting room. Perhaps you would show him around, introduce him to his classmates?
Yes, of course. We'll try and make your son feel welcome here.
If you can keep him out of trouble, I'll be satisfied.
Oh, I'm sure everything will work out all right.
You haven't met him, have you?
No, not yet.
I wish you luck, Miss Stewart. I'll be very grateful for anything you can do.
Well, we'll try. Goodbye. This isn't one of your diplomatic days, is it?
Let Barrett be diplomatic. I'm sick of these parents who tie their kids in knots and expect us to straighten them out.
After all, Mr. Oliver does have his problems.
There's the one with problems, and he can make plenty of problems for you.
Oh, I believe all he needs really is a little understanding, a little discipline, maybe.
You know something? You're beginning to sound like Dr. Barrett. I'd watch that if I were you.
I'm Miss Stewart, your teacher. Would you like to come along with me and meet the other boys?
I don't care.
Well, I know they want to meet you. Let's go, shall we? And this is Tony,
Hi.
Peter,
Hi.
Kevin,
Hi.
and Homer,
Hi.
Jimmy,
Hi.
Alan,
Hi.
Jeff,
Hi.
and Bobby.
Hi.
And you learn their last names after a while.
That really your own plane? Sure, who's do you think?
He just flew in from Houston, Texas.
Did you get those guns in Texas? Are they real? Can I see one? Do I have to wear one of those monkey coats?
Why, yes, of course you do. All the boys wear them. You see the oak tree? That's the school emblem.
What a lousy school.
Clearly, it was going to require more than a little encouragement and discipline to make Dick Oliver feel welcome at the Oaks. After several weeks, I began to think it might require a miracle.
Come on, break it up, boys. Get on your feet, Michael. Come on. What's it all about, anyhow? Bobby, how'd your glasses get broken?
Well, it was an accident, sort of.
Well, how did the accident happen?
He stole my gun. I saw you. You punched him. Why didn't you pick on somebody your own size?
All right, take it easy. Did you take his gun, Bobby?
Well, I just borrowed it to look at. I was going to give it back.
Well, next time you get permission before you borrow something.
Yes, sir.
All right, Jimmy, give the gun back. That's right. And Dick, why don't you try being a little more generous with your things? You'd get on better. All right, boys, take it easy. Michael, you better go with me. And Bobby, don't worry about those. We'll get them fixed.
Tough guy. Yeah, well, just leave my stuff alone, see? Who wants it anyway? Lousy old cat pistol. I got a real gun at home. A shotgun with shells. Prove it. I'll show you tonight. Hey, Bob, you want to read one of my letters? Okay, I wrote my mom again. Guess she didn't get it. Maybe she's not at the Riviera anymore. Is that real gunpowder? Of course it's real. Don't you know a shotgun shell when you see one? Honest to goodness? Shh, not so loud. What'd happen if you lighted it?
Would it blow the place up? Gunpowder explodes when it's hit with something, or set off with a fuse. This'll only burn.
Burn, all right. I'll show you.
Hey, don't! You want to start a fire? Yeah, the whole building might burn down. Not true. That's what the sprinklers are for. When there's a fire, they go off.
Ah, fool, I know how they work. All you gotta do is take that cap off.
It has to be hot enough to melt the metal. Get out! Get some sprinkler. And even uranium.
Fire alarm!
Yeah, I know. Boys will be boys.
All right, wrap it up. It's a false alarm. Hey, you kids, get off of that truck. You want to get hurt? Everybody back to bed.
All right, get 'em off of that
Enough
truck.
laughing for one night.
In brief, this is the most horrible outrage I have ever known. Never in the history of the Oaks have I witnessed such an example of wanton vandalism. I am going to give you one more chance to tell me who is responsible.
Boys, you must realize...
I'll handle this. Give me that thing. And don't ever wear it again.
I think if we go at it calmly...
Your calmness has led to mischief enough already. For the last time, which boy began it? Answer me at once. Very well. You shall all be punished. Every single one of you, unless the culprit steps...
Sir,
Yes?
that's unconstitutional. It says in the...
Silence!
I agree. Punishing everyone, I won't allow it.
And I will not allow insubordination from anyone. Get the boys back to bed. Report to me tomorrow morning at 8:30. All of you. You too, Miss Stewart.
All right, boys, get off to bed. Go on, as fast as you can. Quick, hurry up, beat it.
Dirty stinker! Now we'll all get it. Oh, shut up. Why didn't you tell him you did it? Why should I?
All right, boys, get on upstairs. Dry your heads. Get on fresh pajamas. And there's extra sheets and blankets in the storeroom. Lights out in 5 minutes. Get busy now.
Wet night, isn't it?
If it's all the same to you, I'd like to change my clothes.
You look fine. There's just one thing.
I had a feeling there might be.
Do you know who set off the sprinklers?
Well, I had my suspicions.
Well, hadn't you better talk to Barrett?
I've had a talk with Barrett.
Okay, but remember this. Boys have their own ideas of right and wrong. It's wrong to squeal on the others. It's also wrong for the guilty to keep still and let the innocent take the rap. If I were you, I'd keep my eyes open.
Thanks. Anything else?
Yes. Let yourself go more often. Does something for you.
Next morning, Dr. Barrett passed sentence. The boys had already passed a sentence of their own.
Yes, this is my dad.
Yes, pistachios, Karen.
I hope you are doing well with your music. Practice hard every day and make Mommy proud of you. Someday you will be a great pianist and play in Carnegie Hall. Oh, phooey.
How about it? We get anything? One from Dad and one from Grandpa. Know how old he is? 56. Wow. Come on, you want to read them? Sure. Hey, Bobby, don't you want your mail? There's a letter for you.
Sailboat regatta on the Riviera. That's where she is, all right. Sir, I got a letter from my mother on the Riviera. Look, she learned how to type. Who wants to read my letter from the Riviera?
Come on, read it.
Yeah. Dear Bobby, your daddy and I are terribly sorry not to have written before this. But you know how it is, darling. When people are traveling, we've just been on the go every minute of the last 3 months. There's so much to see and so much...
Hey, what's the big idea? Why don't you leave my things alone? What's wrong? What do you do that for? They'll get all wrinkled. You're supposed to fold them, not tie them up.
Maybe you tied them up so they wouldn't get away.
Hey, give me my pillow.
This shirt's yours?
Come on, boy.
That look like his pillow?
I don't see his name on it. Come on, boy. Here, Dickie boy, catch. Look at that. Oh, excuse me. My eyesight isn't what it used to be.
Go get it.
It's not my pillow.
I don't want it.
Why don't you go get it? Are you scared? Dickie boy's not scared of anything. Down in Texas, they eat tigers for breakfast. I'll show you who's scared.
What's all the noise about? Who's out there? Open that window at once.
Dick! Dick!
Just a simple fracture of the tibia and a few bruises. We'll have him scooting around on crutches in a few days.
Thanks, Doctor.
I'll have to get him in a cast.
Now, look, he's in good hands.
You warned me. I should never have let them out of my sight. Not for a minute.
What's happened? There's no need of making yourself miserable. Uh-oh.
Oh, Dr. Barrett, I suppose there's no good my telling you how terrible I feel.
No good whatsoever. I've had a long-distance talk with Mr. Oliver. He is sending his private plane. Wants the boy delivered home immediately.
Why?
He is withdrawing him from the school, that is why.